Welcome to another stream, my friends. And my subscribers, viewers, welcome to the stream. Now today, we're continuing the barrel story, the Barrel War. Now, these videos of the Barrel War don't get as many views as I hoped they would get, so I hope that this really goes and expands more. I really hope it does. But you can only hope. And I do have an announcement. A new member has been added to the Barrel War because I forgot to name a character in the last part that showed up and caused the avalanche. And welcome Bronco Miller to the war. He is currently working on the side of the barrels, and we'll be focusing again on two fronts of, well, really three, because we'll be going over the view of the Empowered Gaming King for one scene, and then we'll be going to me for about a few, and then we'll be going back to Fred and his adventures with his newfound comrade, for now, in trying to take down Captain Inkwell. You'll see if they manage to get to him today, in today's live stream, or not. And also, Yeah, if y'all were wondering why it was so awkward in the last chat or the last live stream and why I wasn't talking that much and just reading, it's because I was invested in what the chat had to say, and it turned in they were having a whole on like war in the chat, and I was just observing. Sorry if y'all couldn't see that, and if it was just me just sitting back watching and saying nothing, I apologize. But without further ado, anything to say before we get started with this part of the Barrel War? Well, I believe this is, what, part 5 of the Barrel War? I believe. Yes. We have... Yep, part 5 of the Barrel War. Well, I say let's begin. We start part 5 of the Barrel War with Empowered Gaming and King. As King was rushing across the bridge after it being damaged with the remaining forces he had. They really hit us hard, Empowered Gaming. Yes. Gather the injured and wounded. We need to get them across this bridge now. We need to regroup. We can't stay spread out like this. Gather all our forces and get us to this side. We will have to regroup all our forces for a frontal assault. This war needs to end soon. So you're gathering all our forces. I've already sent word to the others. Hopefully they can make it in time. Yes. What? Have we heard anything about Green Kenobi and his forces? And Howling Melody? No. Where's Jack, by the way? Jack has just vanished. I've got no idea where he is. He left a while ago. Say he's going to meet with some men. Very interesting. Hopefully he comes back with the reinforcements we need. Hopefully. Well, anyway, load up the convoy. Injured through first. We need to get them to the medical tents immediately. Yes, sir, as the men start doing as they're told. We are going to have to take out their top hitters, being Captain Inkwell, Sanitize Past, and Fun Time. I heard they had a new recruit that's been doing a splendid job amongst our ranks. He was rising through the ranks. I recently heard his name. Bronco Miller? Yes? He's an undercover agent. Takes cover missions, spying, secret missions. He doesn't infiltrate, but he keeps his distance. Some say he's the most blended person on their side. Someone with that camouflage capability could be dangerous. Let's keep an eye out for him. Yes, sir. We should also prepare for any sneak attacks, so have a convoy of security vehicles go ahead and have guards guarding the injured vehicles moving forward. Yes, sir. You really have a very strategic mind in Powered Gaming. Of course. Me and Green Kenobi share that trait, as we are both strategists and we love to strategize. In fact, we even had a long talk together about this game, a strategy game a while back. We even played a little bit. We would team up and we had this own little story going on in the war. Well, this made up war. Yeah, that sounds very interesting. What? You should tell me about it. Maybe sometime. We need to focus on getting our troops across. Fair point. Well, go adjust the ranks and tend the wounded. I'll prepare the rest. Sure thing. As King left to go treat the wounded and all that, I really need those reinforcements. Hopefully they can get here in time. As we go to me and Holly Melody, after I being drop-kicked by him. Alright, can we finally move on? We need to get to the forces that are in the mountains here. I suppose you're right. After all, we're going to need their help. And they should have a new helicopter for you, alright? They better, or else... Just saying, this avalanche won't be the last thing you have hit you. Okay, in that case, I'm out of here, as I just leave. Run off. Am I really that terrifying sometimes to him? I'm not surprised if I am. I did predict an avalanche and cut his tires. I also cut his fuel. I cut the brakes. I pretty much destroyed the car from under it. You know what? He'd probably be scared of me after that, yeah. Well, wait up. You still owe me a helicopter. Hey, as we move out and head towards the, as they're heading towards the area of their, base nearby? So, they move towards that area. But unbeknownst to them, someone was keeping an eye on them. It being Brocco Miller. So you were hiding over here. I guess dropping that artillery shell was helpful. It slowed their advancement. But they're heading towards a military base near here. This is good information. As he picks up a phone and starts calling, as we go to Captain Inkwell, who's just sitting back in a chair near the river entrance of his underground base, as he gets a call. Hello? This is Brocco Miller. I got some info for you. They're heading towards the snow base. Over here. I thought I would tell you before Sanitize passed. Yeah, thank you for the information, but I'm a bit busy taking on Empowered Gaming and King. What, were you planning for me to join in this little battle to make sure they don't get away? Why, of course. The more of us here, the less likely they'll slip through our fingers. You're right. I cannot send any troops at this moment, as I'm focusing our main army on this side, on the battle ahead. I see. Have a nice day, Brocco Miller. Good, and thank you for the intel. As he hangs up. Alright, I guess now I go tell Sanitize passed. As he goes on to the road where Sanitize Pass is overlooking the transport of her troops. Sanitize passed. Why, yes. Can you tell me? I found something out. You found something out, you say? Yes. Green Kenobi and Halle Millie are currently making their way to a military base nearby. Well, they're going to be in for a surprise when they arrive. Didn't we take that base a few days ago? Yes, ma'am. How much resistance did we face? None. It was abandoned. Ah. It looks like their allies turned tail and ran. Set up an ambush. Ma'am, they're currently having a head start. That's true, but they'll still be in for a surprise. We'll be able to find them and capture them swiftly. Just prepare the troops. We're heading to that base. Yes, ma'am. As Sanitized Pass walks to a vehicle and gets in. As Bronco Miller informs the men to get in. As he also gets a call. You have fun time? Yes, I'm here to report something to you, Bronco Miller. Delay Sanitized Pass at all costs. I want the chance in on this. Are you sure? I could get in deep trouble from this. Don't worry. You're only delaying her. Cause one of those side incidents you always do. You sure about this? I could get in trouble with the higher-ups if I do this. It's under my orders. I've got you covered. Alright. Looks like I'm sabotaging a vehicle. As Bronco Miller goes to sabotage a vehicle while they're preparing to move out. While Sanitized Pass got in her vehicle to go off, Bronco Miller went into his, as they could not move because the vehicles had their oil leaked and tires popped, so now they had to stay and repair, which is going to take time. I really hope Funtime know what he's doing, because I'm not going to be the one that deals with the higher-ups for this. As he gets in his vehicle and shuts the door. As we go to another scene. A river passing. So their port's just down that way. Yes. Well, it's good that we teamed up. It looks like there's about several guards over there. No telling how many. We'll have to sneak on and take them out. Precisely. But that's going to take time. We'll have to wait. We time it. We attack at the perfect moment. You sure? Yes. I also got some news over the radio. What is it? A commander or soldier, someone. I think he's a lieutenant in Sanitized Pass ranks. Or in all the ranks. He's a soldier that constantly moves around. Name of Bronco Miller? Sent a report to Captain Inkwell, but I couldn't decipher it. Interesting. Well, anyway, we should head to their port that's down there. Yes, let's go, my friend. As we get a view of this port, crawling with barrel soldiers all around, as both Fred and Dot are just sitting there on top of one of the cranes they had managed to sneak up. That is a lot of troops, and they have a destroyer off the coast. What are we gonna do? Isn't it simple? We're gonna take him on. You kidding me? Taking off that bat where there's like 20 to 30 guards down there. Not mentioning an entire platoon of soldiers on the destroyer and probably in the buildings or somewhere around. Well, we're gonna have to be a little bit more stealthy than my usual approaches. A bit more stealthy? Yes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a destroyer to go take care of. As he just vanishes. Oh, great. Is he leaving me to take care of the rest? As Fred gets down off the ladder. He had climbed down off the crane. He's stretching some of his limbs. Now time to go destroy a destroyer. This shouldn't be too hard. I already did 3 of them. As he starts walking, one of the guards turn the corner. He doesn't see Fred, though. It's like he's vanished. They're wondering where he is. Where could he be? As he had heard something. And he's looking around. I must have been hearing stuff. As he turns back around, he just comes out and just shoots him in the back of the head, taking down one of the guards. Don't have to deal with you. Why am I helping Dot? You know what? Whatever. As he gets to the very edge of the port, stretches some more, and this just jumps into the cold water and just starts swimming towards the boat. As he gets on the boat, as he is taking out guards left and right as he's going through the corridor, but the communications are not saying anything to the main control room for some reason. As we view the main control room, which only the captain that had set fire to the ship, or to the forest, sit there in the control room. Finally, time to relax. He's listening to music. I don't have to deal with all the nonsense and all that. After being shot by Captain Inkwell, my pay reducted. This is such a pain. I still want revenge on him for that. As, again, a button's just beeping, trying to send signals to the main control room, but the captain is not having any of it as he's listening to music and in his own thoughts. While Fred is just mowing down soldiers within the corridors. As we hear some of the chitter-chatter of the soldiers. We need more men on the top deck. He's taking us out like flies. As more men head over to the top deck. But as soon as they get up, all they see is something at their feet. An incendiary grenade as it explodes, catching them on fire. Some of them falling off the ship and into the water. Oh yeah, that's gonna cause some burn. I guess I'll take the back entrance. As he walks around, as the soldiers are trying to get out from below, as some of them are getting out, and one of them tries to go to the main control room, but as he gets to the door, he's shot by Fred from the other side of the ship. No, I can't you having call reinforcements, can I? I guess it's my lucky day the person in the main control room's not doing anything. As he just walks casually past the mounted guards, as a whole squad just sets up on the balcony near the control room. Oh, looky here, lined up for me to take out in one blow. As one of them gets cocky, what do you mean take out one blow? There's about 10 of us up here. It's only one of you. Oh yeah, you're probably right. But you probably don't see that C4 right under your feet. What C4? As he looks down, there's no C4. You're bluffing. Am I? As the entire railing they're on just explodes. And apparently the commander, the captain, is dead because he does not hear any of this commotion or gunfire outside. So, that's something. Well, Captain Inkwell is like, now how am I going to get to the control room now? I blew up my only way up there. The old-fashioned way. As he does flips and parkour out of the room and onto the second floor, and just opens the door very slowly as he sees one person in the chair. Just one person to take down. As he approaches him as he's just sitting in the chair. Like, maybe if I can convince Brocco Miller, maybe I can have him replace Captain Inkwell. No, he's too loyal to the higher-ups and the commanding officers. He has respect for all three of the main people in charge, and the leader. So, he is a commander, serving under Santai's Pass at the moment, but he did serve under Captain Inkwell. Well, Fred is just listening to this. I get some useful information from this. Nice. I do wonder, how did he get that rank? I should be up there in the top rank, being beside them, not some just ship commander. I'll make Captain Inkwell pay. As he just taps him on the shoulder. As he looks back, it's the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, as Fred pulls out a shovel and hits him right across the head as he flatlines on the desk. Good work, Mr. Shovel. I knew I can always count on you. As he puts him away. Now to jam the whole security force. As he's messing with the computer. Alright, now this thing will catch... Oh wait, it's already on fire. As he looks out the window, as the entire front deck of the of the ship's on fire. I guess I did use incendiary grenades and explosives. Eh. Well, good for me. I took out pretty much half the ship. Now let's see, who else is on board? As he just sees about several soldiers trying to get out, but he's burned the exits, so they're kind of trapped underneath the ship inside. Okay, this only leaves one more thing to do. Ram the ship into the port. As he prepares to control it manually. I wonder how Dot will think of this. As we go to Dot, who's currently hovering over an area where 3 guards reside. One of them's on a smoke break. Gotta enjoy a smoke every now and then. As one of the guards that's just pulling some equipment. Hey, get back to work. What do you mean? He's not doing anything. As he points to the guard above him. As, you might want to look up. As he looks up, as blood's just dripping down onto his shoulder. They both quickly pull out their guns and look where their comrade once was. As he had been stabbed to death. Someone's here. Give me a minute, I'll call in a report. As the guy that's not near the truck tries to call it with his communicator, as a knife gets jabbed into his head. As the last guard hides behind the truck. What was that? He tries to find the person's position by looking everywhere, but he doesn't see anything. Come on, where is he? While he's trying to find his position, Dot just lands behind him, stealthily. Puts his knife to his neck. You should have looked behind you, as he slits his throat. As he falls to the ground and blood splatters, causing a pool of blood around the area they were in. As we go back to the main area, to where the boat is now on fire. And Dot has killed a few of the security guards. The outer perimeter guards. Most of them, at least. Which is quite a lot. So the numbers have dwindled, as they're both taking down. As Dot looks from his position on top of one of the containers, as he sees the boat coming towards land. Don't tell me. As we go back to Fred in the control room, humming to himself. Wonder how many I'm gonna kill with this. Anyway, what's fun going at such slow speed? Let's pump up the pace. As he sends the ship at max speed towards the port. Okay. As he opens the door to the exit of the room, of the control room. I'm going out with style. As he backs up to the wall, and the doors open, as he runs and just jumps from out of the control room, off the ship and into the water. As the ship had made contact with the port. As now, the place is more on fire than it once was. The fire spreading. And even causing some explosions from the containers in the area. The guards are in a panic. We need to inform Captain Inkwell. But as one of the guards say this, more of them just drop. They're dropping like flies. As Dot is just going and ripping through the remaining of the guards. But one of them managed to slip by a little bit. As we go to an outpost near the front of the area, near the end of the port. Alright, when is that patrol team supposed to get here? As apparently they have no idea what's going on. As the one on the right just disappears. As the other two don't notice. As Fred stands like right above them. Ooh, someone's gonna die tonight. As both of them look up, as both of them just get headshotted by Fred with pistols. As a team of soldiers comes by. Team of soldiers come by. Just to prove and all that. I had a scene for this. Sorry if it's not popping up, so I'll just describe it. So a team of soldiers, barrel soldiers, come strolling by. As Fred's just looking at it. Huh. So, they bring a welcome party. I should show my hospitality. As he grabbed his shovel. Alright. Who needs a bazooka when you have a shovel? As he tosses the shovel with his might, denting the container he's on. As it lands directly in the middle of it. Now, show them the meaning of an explosive, Shovel. As a huge explosion happens, blowing and killing the guards. As Fred has a tear on his face. That was so epic. Ah, you're such a good shovel. Well, anyway, as he walks over and just grabs the shovel that's not affected by the explosion at all, let's move on to go get Captain Inkwell. As we go to Captain Inkwell and a few bodyguards of his soldiers coming out of the bunker area of the under area river base. Yeah. As one of the soldiers that I mentioned that gotten away. As one of the guys, what's the matter? The port is under attack. Most of the guards are dead. What? Yes. I don't know how, but so it must be a rebellion attack. The Green Kenobi's forces must have attacked. They counterattacked so quickly. I wasn't expecting this. Alright, convert forces to control the area of the fire and all that. Control the spread. Capture the ones that started this. Anything else? Yes, they rammed one of the destroyers into the port. They did what? Yes, they rammed it straight into the port. Oh, man. I knew I should have sent double the guards. Anyway, call the higher-ups, call for backup. I'll get as many men down there immediately. Yes, sir. Gather the remaining forces. We're going to retaliate back straight after this. Alright. As we go to me and Howling Melody, who had just arrived at the base that we had mentioned. Finally! As I'm about to go walk down there to the front gate, Howling Melody just grabs me and tosses me back. What was that for? Take a look at those guards. They don't look like any of your usual guards. As he gets up and takes a closer look, you're right. Those aren't our troops. Those are the barrel uniforms. What are they doing here? I don't know, but they must have already taken this base. So well, that helicopter. No. We can still get you a helicopter. How? The base is taken over. Why, of course, we use the back entrance. The back entrance? Of course. Wait, this place has a back entrance? Yes, I use it all the time. And this would be to the left, over, the tree, on the tree, onto the roof, and then parkour to the main building. How is that a back entrance? What? A man can sneak out and back in, can he? Wait, hold up. You've snuck out of your own base. Of course, plenty of times. Why? Why not? It's an amazing strategy just to get on the tree, jump over on the building, parkour your way back to the main control room, get in through the roof, and bam, you're in. I am never going to understand how you do all this. Oh, there's no need. As they do all that and they get on top. Finally. As he goes in, you coming? Yeah, give me a second. As I go in and take out the guards in the control room. As we go and see Santi's Past and Bronco Miller finally arrive after an hour later. Why did the cars have to break down then? Why did they have to break down? I don't know. It must have been some coincidence. The weather must have damaged the vehicle. I suppose you're right. Anyway, let's move in and get this over with. Where are the guards staying here? As two guards show up. Oh, sorry, ma'am. We just went off for a drink break. Did you get my message? What message? The message saying that Green Kenobi is on his way here and y'all should prepare. Oh yes, we have security tightened up. There's no way he can get in or out if he's in here. As Howling Melody is on the roof just observing. He's got some goggles. Santi's Past is here? And who's that? As he looks on some research and sees Bronco Miller? Commander within the ranks of the three generals. Santi's Past, Captain Inkwell, Funtime. He's the superior to every other troop other than them. So I'm guessing if the generals fall, he takes command of the rest of the force. Good to know. I should go inform Green Kenobi. As he goes and opens the door to see where Green Kenobi is. As we just see him going through files. Wait, how did they take over this base? As we get a flashback of me going through the files. Wait, our forces weren't taken over. They abandoned the place. They must have gotten word they were trying to attack. Instead of losing forces, they fled, deleting all the data. Smart on them. Now, did they leave anything else here? Ah, yes, a helicopter. Although it's on the other side of the base, and Captain Inkwell is nowhere near here, luckily. As I get tapped on the shoulder by Howling Melody. Yeah? Santi's Past and Bronco Miller are currently here. Wait, what? Yeah, so we're gonna have to make our way out of here. We parkouring off the rooftops again? No, that won't work. With the amount of forces they have here now, there's no way we can sneak out that way. There's a helicopter on the other side of this airfield. If we can get across. Are you saying we have to go out there, in the open, across this military base, through probably dozens of troops, and a general and a commander? Pretty much. Yeah, I'm not surprised if I don't kill you by the end of this war. Yeah, you're probably not the most excited about what's happening now. You think? Well, let's go. Yeah, I suppose you're right. As that is the end of this part. Hopefully y'all liked. Make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you'll like this part, and I hope you'll like these other stories I plan to do in the future. Okay, that one was a good part, and that's why I set up today. Now, I have been working on other stuff, like I've made scenes, I'm working on the stories, and I'm doing a whole lot more. I plan to get more of these out to you. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and and I will say this, when the thumbnail of the My Little Pony story, if we get to like 500, like hopefully we get to 500 subscribers probably next month or something. If not, I'm still waiting until the end of the year to get that. So I will say this. There's someone that has been helping me with some of these stories and all that. I do appreciate his help. He's someone that's been helping me with this channel and a lot of the storytelling for the Barrel War, and you can thank him. He's the one that suggested the character Fred for the Barrel War and suggested several scenes in the Barrel War which I've created. So, and honestly, he's my most funniest character. I hope y'all enjoyed him. He is still going to support in the helping me of the story of the Barrel War. Y'all can probably guess who he's in the chat right now. He's been assisting me in the ideas and the creation of the story. So, in the next part, we'll be... I may just take like a break from both the scenes of the military base and the you know, base with Captain Inkwell. And I'll be moving on to what's happened to Jack O'Bonney. He hasn't been in this part. He was barely in the last part, so he's kind of vanished. He is not gone. He has still more scenes to come. So I am saying he is going to be back. Honestly, I gotta thank you. The character, I would have never made Fred if it wasn't for the man in the chat right now. He's the one that suggested me to make the silly character Fred. So, I do appreciate it, man. And he's been assisting me in some ideas for stories. So if he's in the background, his character in the background of future stories, which he might, I don't know. But if he is, tell me which part you can find his image in. And I'll be surely shocked because I plan to hide his image in some of the stories. So maybe you can find him, maybe you cannot. So just know. Just wait for that. And I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you're not subscribed, I recommend you subscribing to this channel. I am doing so hard to make these stories. The Barrel War is not my most popular series, and I wish it would have more views than this. The Arthur Experiment story has a lot more views than this series, but I still like to do it because I don't like to leave a story undone. So, I really wish I could do more. I am going to do more of this. I do not like to leave a series or a story like this unfinished. So I will be coming back, doing more parts, getting more detail and all that out. But if you see me, like, once I finish with this, because I plan to do the Barrel War every week, you get a new part. Like, you get this part tomorrow. For the ones that did not make it to the live stream. And after this series ends, I'm probably doing Error's idea of what if Marina was sanitized. And you get to see my perspective on that and of me doing the story. There are several other ideas, like the My Little Pony one I mentioned. Just saying, I have not decided if I'm doing a mixture with the actual main cast in the story. It may just be something relevant or a side story I have made. Or I am going to make. Not even related to My Little Pony universe, I don't know yet. But I can tell you something. Characters in the My Little Pony story will probably have references or named like their names may appear in the story. So be on the lookout for when I do that series. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed this video, this live stream. And I work on to getting the next part of What If Deku Was King Sombra out. Drill Woman out. The last part of Drill Woman, because the next one is the last part of it. You know, like the King Sombra one from the last one, which is going to be released on the channel just in time. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Green Kenobi out.